What's up, everybody? Good morning, world. That lighting is horrible. I'm gonna have to fix that. Well, welcome back to my channel. I just did a video on how I curl my hair. If you guys wanna check that out. It was too long. I was gonna do a hair tutorial and a makeup tutorial in one video, but it was just too long. So I wanted to show you guys how I do my everyday makeup for basically hot, humid weather, because I live here in Miami and I have oily skin, I have acne prone skin, and I thought it would be fun to show you guys. But this lighting is horrible. Let me fix it really quick. What I wanted to show you guys is how I store my makeup. I only believe in having like what I need. So this is pretty much my collection. I do have a little bit more in a drawer. But I got this from Target actually. And it holds all my makeup. And here I have like brushes. And then a little pocket here that I don't really use. But I thought that it was so cute, and it was... I'm sorry, did I say Target? I meant Amazon. I thought that this was so cute because the pockets are so deep, and it came with more dividers, but I only really need one. So yeah. So the first thing, since I live in such a hot, humid place, the first thing I want to talk about is sunscreen, and I highly regret not using sunscreen when I was younger, and I'm 28 now. I keep saying I'm 28, but I'm not. I'm actually 27, almost 28. I don't know why I keep doing that. It's like I'm adding years to my life. But anyways, so when I was younger, I didn't use sunscreen like at all. And I actually have a sunspot here, and I don't know if you can see, but I have freckles on my nose, specifically from the sun. From living here for years. I came here, I was born in New York and came here when I was 9. And I should have started putting sunblock on. So now I can't stress enough literally using sunblock every day. So I actually talked about this in another video, but I've just been into sunblock, so I'm going to talk about it again. This is the Roche Posay Spf 60, which I've been using if I'm going to do like something outdoors, like if I'm going to really be outside. This one I was using for a bit, Urocin SPF 30. And this was recommended by Hiram on YouTube. This one, Dr. Dre on YouTube. And Hiram also recommended this one. I don't know the name. It says 9 Wishes. It's SPF 50. So this one, all of these, by the way, are really good on white cast. I would feel like my least favorite is the Urocin. But this one is really good on white cast, and this one too. This one has a slight fragrance in it. This one doesn't. So I usually put this one under my makeup. It smells really good. It's lightweight, and I really focus it on my T-zone. It leaves my skin a little tacky for makeup to stick to it. I actually really just focus on the T-zone because the T-zone is the most sensitive. And I'll just go and moisturize the rest of my face too. I kind of do a combination of both. And for moisturizer, I use Vanny Cream because it doesn't have, it's free of dyes, fragrance. It's for sensitive skin. So the first thing I'm going to do now that I'm moisturized is I'm going to take a little bit of powder, and my brushes are from Equal Tools. I don't really use a sponge like that anymore. I use kind of brushes, but this one I use for powder, this one I use for foundation, this one I use for eyeshadow. So the first thing that I do is I get my Coty Airspun powder, which I've been using this for years. It's a really good powder if you guys don't know. But I'm going to actually dip this in the powder and I'm going to set my T-zone a little bit because my T-zone actually, it crinkles up here on the sides throughout the day because it gets so oily. And I'm gonna set here. Okay, just a little bit, mainly focusing on the corners. Okay, so now this is pretty much what I do every day. It takes like a little more than 5 minutes every day, but I am explaining it, so it's taking longer. So I'm going to go in with my Lancome. I really love this foundation. I've tried a bunch of other foundations. I tried this one, Smashbox, and let me just say this is too thick, even for oily skin. Sometimes I feel like when I put a heavier foundation on, because of my oily skin, it will look natural more towards the end of the day. This is just a disaster. Like, it just looks, my face just looks so cakey. Like, I wouldn't recommend this at all. Like, I don't even know. I even tried to like double moisturize with that one. And of course I used the Revlon Color Stay. I've used so many foundations, but this one, for some reason, it's just so good. It's just makes my face look so natural and it covers my face at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Lancome. This is shade 220 Buff C. And I'm just gonna dip some here. I'm gonna have to put this on because my bangs are in the way. So I pretty much put all of the concealer. My forehead gets super red, so I'm gonna go in again. Pretty much I don't want to put too much makeup on. It's just too hot outside, and I always like a natural look. I always try to look as natural as possible. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do now is I have breakouts, so I'm going to take some concealer and I'm going to put a little bit of that on the spots that I have breakouts. But this foundation did a good job at covering it up already. And I'm gonna put some on my nose because my foundation rubs off on my nose. I'm gonna put some here, 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 here. Like the problem areas I don't like. And that's it. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my finger. I feel like the finger just works best for this. I'm just not about the baking life. I used to be, just not anymore. I just don't want to bake. The only thing that I would kind of let bake is this part right here. I will show you what I mean. But I just want to look as natural as possible. And I go in with the powder on my cheeks, problem areas. Mainly focusing on the T-zone because this is actually what I feel like gives me the most problems. Jacqueline bronzer goes on like just more pigmented and more smooth. Like I don't have to try so hard. And I just go to town. I'm not specific with this bronzer. I just I do go in the middle. I don't really use blush. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is this is like the only time that I'm going to bake. I'm going to get this Eco Tool sponge because I notice if I don't do this, it looks splotchy there. Like it doesn't look clean. It looks kind of muddy. So this is kind of like the only time I'm going to do that. And I'm just cleaning up the sides here. So I'm gonna let that sit. And I think this sponge is like the perfect shape to do that. So I kind of let that bake. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get this brush for the eyeshadow. And I'm gonna dip it into the powder and the blush. And I'm going to concentrate that on my eyelids. Just so that it's just more prominent. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is take the bronzer, focus it under my eyes. I just do the outer corner. So that way it's just, you know, like that smoky look. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to wait for the powder to set. And I'm going to brush out my eyebrows. I'm going to take this. It's like a highlighter stick. I'm going to put some here under my eyebrow. And I'm going to put some in the inner corner. This I do sometimes. But because it's Saturday, I should live a little. You know what I mean? I should really live a little. Put some highlighter here. And it just kind of opens up my eyes. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dust this off. So as you can see, it's very sharp line. And it just looks cleaner and neater. And now I'm going to set my face, and I just started using Max Fix Plus. It's really good. And I'm gonna let that set. So now that I sprayed my face, I'm gonna go in with and do my eyebrows. I used to draw in some of my hairs and my eyebrows, but I just don't, it's just too hot outside and I don't think I need it. So I'm just gonna go in with the Benefits 24-hour brow setter and just set it. And I feel like this really helps make my eyebrows look more pigmented without drawing them in. And I have such thick eyebrows that this really helps, because throughout the day I noticed that my eyebrow hairs would just like move, and I really like how this just makes my face look more neat. So I kind of put like 2 coats. As you can see, I'm gonna go in on this side again. And I'm pretty much done. I don't put mascara because of the fact that it's just too hot outside. Too humid, too hot. I do put mascara on if I'm going out somewhere, like for dinner or something. Not really, I don't really wear mascara. I don't really wear eyeliner. I don't really wear lipstick. I don't wear lipstick at all. I just don't like that lipstick gets everywhere when I'm eating or something. I'm literally been using Vaseline. I put that on my lips, and that's pretty much all I do. And that's pretty much my makeup look. Hi everyone. Today I just got out of breakfast. I'm here at this place in Miami called City Place of the Row. I showed my breakfast. I wouldn't come back. It was too expensive for like this eggs Benedict, and the bread was too hard. I was checking out this place called Savior. The food was alright. Yeah, I just kind of want to show you guys a little bit of where I'm at.